it's going to crush rural hospitals. It's going to crush rural nursing homes. And so that's one thing that's at the forefront of everybody.
Paul, what are you thinking?
I think that's what potential looks like for the Democrats. And I think he's touching on all the populist messages and all the right lingo. I mean, everything from Sioux City Sue to Joni Hurst. I mean, he's wearing a baseball jersey.
How about the strikeout?
Right? Yeah, I mean, he's wearing a baseball jersey right now, right? And I think, you know, the question and challenge I'm sure he's aware of is he's going to have to figure out how much the Democratic brand is a problem for him in a place like Iowa. It's the field of dreams. We'll see if it can be a winning field for Democrats where they're still getting dragged down by the brand. I wish he was running as an independent. I'd love to see how he would poll if he did. But for Democrats, this can be what a populist, more independent, more authentic future sounds like and looks like.
There's no denying the unique and singular power of sports. Case in point, the Ukrainian national baseball team, they're here. They're currently touring the United States to give their players a chance to practice and play games here because those opportunities are limited back home with their country at war. This past weekend, they played in New York at the Brooklyn Cyclones Stadium in Coney Island. They were joined by legendary baseball player and manager Bobby Valentine. Now they're on tour in Florida. Joining our conversation from the team bus is Andriy Boyko, pitcher for the Ukrainian national baseball team. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me. Hi.
I know people are so excited to have you all here, and it might be a dumb question, but how does the team practice and play in your country while the war continues to ravage your country?
Yeah, we try our best to keep us in shape and keep the baseball in grade going. So we practice when we can, and we don't practice when we can't. And with the invasion, sometimes we can't.
What is baseball? Has baseball taken on more meaning and your ties to your teammates and the people that come and see you play over the last couple of years?
Yeah, absolutely. So, because for now, it's a big piece for keeping your mind straight and just for distracting you from all the bad stuff that is happening, and to have an ability to spend some time with your friends, play baseball, do things that you love. It's super important right now. Never been more important.
I know you guys played the game. I know you also went to a Mets game. Tell me about your trip to America.
It's awesome. It's really awesome. I can't thank enough to everyone that is involved in this, and not just for people that helped organize this, but also for simple Americans that tried to support us in every way possible, just simply walking up to us on the street and saying that they care and they feel about us and they are with us in this mess.
Well, let me just say for all of our viewers, we care and we are with you. And the American people, I think, are solidly behind your country and your baseball team. I want to ask you if you have any favorites in American baseball, any favorite teams or players?
We've been to New York Mets game, so it's been really cool to watch them play and watch them win. Me personally, I'm a Yankee fan, so it was a bit tough for me to watch Mets winning. But yeah, American baseball is the best. I mean, we love watching it. Everybody has their favorite team, so yeah.
I'm here with my colleague, Paul Rykoff. We both have kids that play baseball. What do you think of the idea of Ukrainian kids and American kids playing baseball and understanding that we're all the same and we all want the same things, like baseball diplomacy?
Yeah, that's what baseball is about. It's about uniting people, and no matter who you are and what you are, how tall or big and what nationality you are, you play baseball, and it's one language for all.
Paul.
Andriy, welcome. It's great to have you here. You're an inspiration. You're a hero. Thank you for being an ambassador and helping further Ukraine's cause through baseball. I'm a Little League coach. We have playoffs this weekend. I know that baseball is so much bigger than just the game. What did baseball teach you and your teammates that have helped you survive the war?
Yeah, first of all, good luck with your Little League tournament.
Thank you.
And Yeah, baseball right now, it's never been more important than it's always been a greatest honor for a baseball player to represent his country with the national team. And so right now you're not only representing Ukrainian baseball, you're also representing Ukrainian people. So it's incredibly important.
Andre, I hope you feel the love and respect for Ukraine and for your team and your teammates that we all feel here. We're really thankful to you for being here, for coming. The Mets are my team, so I'm glad you got to see a good game. And you're always welcome here. When you get back home, if you think about us, join us, please, anytime.
Yeah, just also, if you don't mind, wanted to say a big thank you to all people that were involved, especially Brooklyn Cyclones, for providing us an opportunity to play at their beautiful facility. It's been really a pleasure. For Veselka and Jason, the owner of Veselka, for helping us out, and for Jordan Baltimore, who became a close friend of mine from Empire Baseball Academy. For also Bobby Valentine and John McLaren. It's been a blast having them with us. And local baseball authorities, they did a really awesome job organizing this all, and I couldn't be happier right now.
Jordan is my son's coach too, so I know my son is in good hands, and I'm glad you got to.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I'm glad you felt so embraced, really, to you and all your teammates. Good luck. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
When we come back, the other major civil rights leaders, Pete Hegseth, is looking to dishonor by stripping their names off U.S. Navy support ships. We'll bring you that reporting next. From the power of baseball to the impotence of pettiness, we learned yesterday that Donald Trump's defense secretary, Pete Hegseth, without explanation, ordered the U.S. Navy to rename a ship honoring civil rights leader Harvey Milk, a Navy veteran and one of the country's first openly gay elected officials, and just days into Pride Month, no less. CBS News reports Navy documents reveal a whole list of other non-commissioned, unarmed vessels named after civil rights pioneers that could be next. Reporting in the New York Times also confirms, and according to a senior official, quote, they include Thurgood Marshall, the first black Supreme Court justice, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, another Supreme Court justice who became a feminist icon, Harriet Tubman, who, after being born into slavery, became an abolitionist instrumental in the Underground Railroad, Lucy Stone, a prominent abolitionist and suffragist, Medgar Evers, a civil rights leader who was assassinated by a member of the KKK, Cesar Chavez, a labor leader, and Dolores Huerta, another labor leader. Paul is still with us. This is in the category of pettiness and erasing our history. Why?
Well, brought to you by the same political extremists, culture warriors, and radicals who tried to erase Jackie Robinson. This is a part of the strategy. To focus on cultural issues that feed the base, to own the libs, and to attack people who are already under attack. So it's an overt policy attack on the LGBTQ community during Pride. It's another distraction that puts our troops in the crosshairs of more political tumult. It also distracts from Hegseth's ongoing controversies, which are continuing to unfold, including the unraveling of most of his communication shop. It's totally unnecessary, does nothing to improve our war fighting. And I think this is what happens when you overtly politicize our troops, who are again in the middle of this. And we're talking about this instead of combating China, instead of combating Putin. It's ridiculous. And this is what happens when you put a culture warrior in front of the Pentagon. You wage culture wars instead of real wars.
But these aren't even like 2025 culture wars. There are prominent gay men inside the MAGA movement. There are prominent gay men inside the Trump cabinet. What is who,
they want to erase all of it.
Who's clapping about this?
The radical right base and the people who want to make this military look like the Army of the Confederacy instead of look like the modern, diverse military that we've got. They're attacking DEI. They're attacking diversity. The people they're firing are disproportionately women and people of color. And they're touting their recruiting numbers, which are happening in part because, college graduates don't have as many options. They're putting financial incentives in place. But it's also narrowing the kind of people who join the military. So this is a path toward creating what Trump wants, which is his military. This is what his military looks like, but it's not what the American military looks like. And it's very destructive because they keep putting our military in the crosshairs of the most divisive issues in America. And that's really why it becomes more than politics. It becomes a national security issue that has our enemies celebrating.
What are you hearing from folks in and out of the military?
drama, 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 just constant chaos, constant uncertainty. Nobody knows what's next. I think there are some folks in the hard right base that love this stuff, and it makes great content for Newsmax and Fox. But I think overwhelmingly the politics were supposed to be left at the door at the Pentagon. And it's never been open and on like it is now. And it's really damaging to long-term recruiting, to long-term retention, and to even our alliances with folks like NATO. I mean, if I'm Vladimir Putin and I see Pete Hegseth doing this kind of crap, I'm clapping my hands and celebrating when he should be worried about the next drone attack coming from Ukraine. So it's really a national security issue that I don't think folks have been tracking on. We've said everything they want to do in our culture, they're doing first at the Pentagon. And this is the latest example of that.
I want to be responsive to the idea that we haven't done enough. Will you come back tomorrow and we'll spend some more time on this?
Anytime.
Okay.
Anytime. Especially if we can talk baseball.
Oh, my God. We just do. I mean, Mets moms. We need.
And the Yankees. We've got to talk about the Yankees a little bit, too.
I feel like the Yankees are always
See,
good.
we can debate this,
you guys
too.
complain all the time, and they're always good. My Mets are having a moment. We're going to.
I don't root against the Mets.
I don't root against the Yankees.
See? We already have unity.
We can all get along. Paul Rykoff, thank you for being here for all of this. Another break for us. We'll be right back.